You know that rush you feel sometimes when you step back and you look at a painting you've just created? That giddiness you feel because you love it so much. But then almost immediately you pick up your brush again and you just keep going until you get to a point where you realize that you just lost everything you loved about it and you have no way of getting it back. Sound familiar? So in this video, I want to talk about why that keeps happening because I don't think that most people actually understand what that is. And I want to share something with you that changed everything for me because I think it might do the same for you. So why in the world does this keep happening? Why is it that we get to the most important moment in our painting only to feel scared and stuck? So this definitely does have something to do with us asking the right questions. And that's actually why I created the Clarity Kit. So the Clarity Kit has a checklist with questions that you can ask yourself to help you through this. It also has a 3-part video workshop and it's free. So be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. So why in the world does this keep happening? Why is it that we get to the most important moment in our painting only to feel scared and stuck? So while skills are definitely a big part of this, I also think it goes a lot deeper than that. And that's why I want to share something with you that took me the longest time to understand about myself. So most of us, without even realizing it, want our paintings to wow people. We're painting towards something outside ourselves. We want to create something beautiful, something that we imagine that people will love when they see. So we have this version in our head of what a painting should look like. And it scares us. It stops us in our tracks. And that fear is what pushes us to quickly correct our paintings and try to make them match the picture that we have in our head. And then when the result doesn't match that version that we have in our head, we feel disappointed. So we keep going and we keep trying to close that gap. But the gap was never the problem, the direction was. You don't understand that when you paint for outside validation, you'll never be able to create paintings that are like the painting in your head. That version of a painting is not your true version of a painting. And the pressure that you put on yourself, the pressure that's behind it, is stopping you from creating your own version of what you actually love. But you don't realize this, so you keep going and you keep editing and you keep trying, right? And that is why you overwork it. Painting inward is something completely different. And honestly, a lot of artists never dare to even try to go there. Some are scared to go that deep, and others aren't even aware. I know it was something that I was unaware of until the day I created Birth Given. Birth Given is a painting that I decided to dedicate to my parents. So when I started painting this painting, I wasn't thinking about what it should look like, whether it would be beautiful, or whether anyone would want to buy it. I was in the deep of my own feelings. I was filled with overwhelming gratitude towards my mom and my dad because they both love to paint and they gave me that. They gave me painting, and I just felt so grateful for that gift. And while I was painting, I decided to name it Birth Given, something I was given at birth. And what happened after that painting really surprised me because it led to a whole series of paintings about my relationship with my mother. Work I never would have made if I had been sitting there thinking about beautiful or about what someone else might want to see. That painting came from inside me, and it came at a point in my life when I needed it the most. And I just let it be, okay? So it couldn't have been something I planned. And the painting sold, but more than that, the people who saw it felt something because it was true, because it was real. Because when you paint something that comes from a real feeling, a real experience, something that's honest and true to you, people connect to that. It touches their heart. And that is what people are looking for when they look at abstract art, even if they can't put it into words themselves. That is what painting inward does. And that is what becomes possible when you stop chasing that version in your head and start trusting what you actually feel. So what does this mean practically? What do you actually do the next time you feel that giddy feeling and you don't know what to do next? You use that feeling as your signal to stop. You put your brush down and you step back and you look at what's actually on your canvas. You don't think about that pretty painting in your head, or if it's good enough to sell, or if other people will like it. You look at the painting in front of you and you ask yourself, what is this really about? Does it feel like something I want to say? Because here's what I know after 13 years of painting and working with hundreds of artists. The shift from painting outward to painting inward doesn't happen all at once. It's gradual, but it starts with learning to trust what you lay down on your own canvas. Learning to see what's actually on your canvas so that you can stop second guessing it and start finishing work that you're genuinely proud of. So you see, painting is so much more than just intuition. Expressive art is a combination of emotion, intuition, and skill. So from the bottom of my heart, I hope this video really helps you understand the emotional part better, because I know that you already have the intuition part nailed. So if you feel like you need more to work with on the skill side, my Clarity Kit is designed to help you with exactly that. It's a 3-part workshop on value, variety, and color, and it includes a checklist of 6 things that you can look at before you decide whether your painting is done or not. This way you stop second guessing and start seeing clearly. You can find the link in the description below. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you got this far, let me know in the comments. Do you paint to express or to impress? See you next time. All right, I'll see you next time.